Hey, it's episode 25 of That Marketing Show, brought to you by the Coffee Group. Really excited. This is our 25th episode. We're halfway through to our goal of getting 50 episodes out this year, so you guys can review this. And you, our listener, or our viewer, we appreciate all the comments and all the feedback that we have. Very, very cool stuff. Very cool stuff coming. Lots of cool interviews. We'll continue down the path this rest of the summer and into the fall with some really great people. But today's a really special episode because I'm going to go through the secret. Ooh, the secret. What is the secret? Well, the secret is what's working in the marketplace. We're working with businesses from $1 million to $10 million around there, and roughly for small, mid-sized businesses, helping them grow, helping them get sales, helping them convert customers to new profit. So how do we do that? What's making sense in the market today? What can you do, whether if you're a business owner or a company that relates to digital marketing, what can you do to support this? Well, I'm going to talk about this as a secret, but this is a winners only session. So everybody else who wants to be number 2 or number 3 in the market, leave. This is a number 1 session. And the number 1 session involves a little bit of money. So most of our clients now, they need to step up to about $5,000 if they want to be the number 1 guy in their spot. What that means is a lot of new sales, a lot of new activity. So they have to be ready for this business as well. And that's one of the challenges we find, is that people want to be successful but not ready to handle business. But we're going to talk today about, real simply, I want to talk about what works on a website to convert, the processes, and some of the other little parts that you need to do in order to be successful and to really kick some butt in the market. All right, winners only, number 1. All right, this type of marketing we're talking about today is going to be about $5,000 a month. It turns around quite a bit of profit for our clients because it's aggressive and it sits in the market as a leadership position. Whether you're a plumber, you're an electrician, you're a software development company, you're a manufacturer, this is really pointed into the general business. There will be some businesses that this won't work for, but for most of our companies that will work for, if you're going to be aggressive and you want to own the market, this is what you want to listen to. So here we go. All right, talking about the website, there is a huge body of work out there that's saying simplicity is how you do it, because people are so mind-wise, they have like mice. They have like 3 seconds of attention span. So you need to make sure you get your product bullet pointed, what you do, an offer, and a contact. Okay, so real simple. Put your logo on the left hand. Put some trust signals in the middle of the top of the header. This is a website, by the way, in case, sorry. And most browsers really just see the top of this when they go to a website. So you want to have your bullet points in here. Typically this is pictures with bullet points of the product or service that you're offering. And then right here you need to have a lead capture strategy. This either has to be a contact us, a form. Typically we use a pretty girl in the corner here that says, hey, are you ready? Let's go. Whatever terminology the customer needs up here we'll put. But up in the top, most important, a big phone number, big local phone number too. 800 numbers are less converting than big local numbers. Again, very simple, very easy. Just make it simple. You want to have some offers right below, and you also want to have some other trust signals like potentially simple little, you could probably put some testimonials in here, or even better, if you're doing business to business, you can put some logos in there of people you work with. Now, directional, put some navigations of your top products and your top product sets right below the fold where people are in, so that you can give them easy navigation to something that they need. There's 3 things most people offer. You can offer more, but that can go in the description below. But right here, make it simple for people to get to the thing that they want, and make it easy for you to figure out what you want to sell, because this will partition off your thought process. So if you have 3 top products you want to highlight, get those right below the fold. Okay, so we've talked about the website. I want to get really quickly into the things that are component-wise that are causing conversion. Winning in this business is by percentage points. 0.001, 0.003, 0.005, 0.01, 0.1. Just 1 percentage point above your competitor, you win the business, right? That's how it works. Marathons, run, you can win by 1 second, right? You might have trained, that person trained all month, all year, all 10 years, but you still beat them by a second, right? So winning is done just by 1%. So what do? How do we convert 1% better than our competitors? Very simple. First, get a live chat on your website. When someone comes to your website, they're fooling around, within 15 to 20 seconds, something should pop up and say, hello, can I help you? Right? The reason why this is becoming popular is because people are just lazy. They won't pick up the phone. They won't send an email. But if you start to talk to them on your website, boom, they say, oh, okay, I didn't know you have somebody else about, well, let me ask you a question. 15% increase in our sales alone just by having a live chat on our website. Take that as a percentage point. SEO. Build local pages. If you're a local company, you need to segment out local pages. Okay, so these are pages in every town or community, and talk about what you do. Have a picture of that town. Have a picture of someone that you've sold to in that town. Very simple. Build them out. Build out your strategy. Build it out modularly. Local identity. Make sure all of the local, anything that you can get involved with, these pages of frog, hot frog, there's hundreds and hundreds of local directories. List yourself everywhere you can possibly list yourself. Critical, critical, critical. All of these citations go back to your site. Google looks at this and says, hey, must be important. They've listed themselves with pictures, potentially video, all these things within these local directories. It makes a big difference when people search and you're found on so many different places. It's like playing roulette. You put enough chips on the table, you're going to get found. Okay, general terms. Obviously, if you're a plumber, you need to put in heating, air conditioning or whatever. Or if you're, agile software development, you need to do these terms. But you also need to make sure that if you're a local company, or regional company, put the local and regional identifiers like New Jersey or New York or whatever town or city. You need to get the general terms set up, and that's general SEO. This is probably 70%, and this is probably 20, and this is 10. Okay, so. This is important because obviously there's a lot of terms you need to get yourself listed for. Pay-per-click. Set yourself a budget that's relative to your area. You don't need to kill yourself, but segment it into a small grouping at first to start out around where you want to do business. And have specific landing pages with the specs of what you do and what you offer. Don't just drive people to your website. Drive them to the specific landing pages that are going to convert into the product or service you're selling. It's very important to have separate landing pages because this is delivering the message the customer wants. They want X, don't sell them Y. If they go right to your website and they can't find it, it's a waste of money. Now, 2, use keyword level tracking by phone. So every time when someone uses us or uses someone like us, or they should, keyword level tracking so that when someone types in, let's just say, I'm going to use plumber again, heating and plumbing in Clifton, New Jersey, this phone number will change right at the top when they get, and this is just pretend this is a landing page, this will change and it will pick up the keyword. So now we can tell what keyword that person typed in, and we can tell whether or not they converted because we can look and see if that phone call was a long duration, or if you're smart enough to track it in a spreadsheet, you'll know whether or not that person converted, and they converted into a real revenue figure, right? And you could tie it back to exactly what keyword they typed in so that you can go back into your SEO and use that keyword as a strategy because you know it converts. Now, you must record the calls. I can't tell you how many conversations I've had about this where once we start recording conversations for clients, they realize that going to answering machines, there's salespeople who aren't saying the right things, people are being rude. There's a million things that happen. You must record your conversations when you start to drive, especially pay-per-click, because this will make you much better business because sales conversion is based on once the phone call gets to your location, how did you handle it? How was it done? Did you get the conversion? Was there something missing? Is there something you can add on to sell to that customer? There's so many pieces when you learn, once you start to record conversations, you start to see really the back end of your business. Video. You've got to get involved in video today. Start your own platform. Before and afters. Product demonstrations. Just the owner of the company talking about the business. The wins. The more and more video that gets out there, the more you can distribute it into your either SEO because you can keyword pound the videos so that they go into the searches for Google. But more importantly, consistency. And I see this so much. If you can be consistent about delivering a before and after and delivering a good strategy back into either SEO, pay-per-click, or now take those videos and put them into Facebook, and put them into LinkedIn, and put them into Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, and Tumblr. There's so many places now to put your story. Now, we talked about this in the last episode. How big is your antenna for your business? You want to make it as big as possible because your competitors are doing the same thing. They're just maybe slower than you, right? So you've got to stay ahead of them. So when we talk about social media, we talk about running a Facebook contest to get engagement from a whole other sales channel. Give a $200 Visa card and put it out and have day-to-day engagement with running a contest so that people get to your Facebook page, they click like because now they can get a contest entry. But now they're in your downstream. Now you can show them the video, the before and after. And maybe that one day when they have that problem that you solve, they just saw a video that was downstreamed into their Facebook channel. Well, people only spend 2 to 3 hours a day on Facebook anyway, so I don't know. Maybe it's not that important. Okay, so LinkedIn. We really like to see businesses and, for all intents and purposes, B2C in LinkedIn because there's so many groups to engage in. These groups people are active in. Local communities, product wholesalers, distributors. There's so many different things. Think about your business and where you can now tell your story in LinkedIn. Now, we mentioned the other social channels, and there's so much more here. But right now, this whole strategy, you got to commit. Right? If you're interested in the strategy, turn off this video right now. If you're committed, this is the type of thing that you want to do because every little percentage point adds up. And then all of a sudden, you're then 20% ahead of all your competitors, and you win. And you own the market. And you deliver your story. Hope this helps. We'll see you in episode 26.